Welcome to A Quest for Metal. Today we are doing the best video of the month. We are doing my favourite albums from this month, which is the month of July 2021. Time's going way too fucking fast. But soon to be August, and there's so many big releases in August. A lot of people have kind of dismissed July as kind of like a dry month, but you're fucking wrong, because all these albums are amazing. And there's so many good gems from the underground, which, you'll see on this list. A couple of, mainstream ones as well, and we'll get to them. But yeah, a lot of good shit from Bandcamp this month, and we're going to discuss them. But before we do, pop yours down below. What's your favourite albums from July this month? What albums made you just go, yeah? And what albums kind of made you want to hang yourself? Let me know those ones as well, because those ones are sometimes even more fun. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started with my number 10. My number 10 is When the Ashes Devoured the Sun by Towards Atlantis Lights. This is a funeral doom band, kicking it straight away with a funeral doom band. And this is the singer Costas from Pantheist, which is another great doom band. And he sings on this one, and it is so majestic. This was recommended to me by Joshua Coe, who recommended another funeral doom one, like Hell Light last time, which was amazing, and this is also amazing. I love the long songs on here. They're very epic in scope, grandiose in scope, I should say, with the subject matter in hand. Jamie Horsley also did a video on this recently. But, three of us saying that it's good, it's going to be good. Go listen to it. Go listen to it already. Funeral Doom, it's got some cool talking parts in, kind of like they do in Pantheist, not just growls the whole way through, but there is that as well. It's beautiful, it's long, it's epic. This is an epic album. So all that sounds good to you, go give it a listen, give it some love. So number 9, we're going to have to read out because it's in French. It is Sanctuaire, Spectre de Mondes, Passés. Now, you're thinking French, you're thinking, oh, it's going to be like something classy, maybe black gaze, like Alceste, something like that. Kind of. It's black metal. It's atmospheric, raw black metal, more in the veins of Burzum than Alceste. But it does have a beauty held within. It is on that raw side. The sound is perfect. I love the sound on this album. This is the kind of black metal I love, this kind of raw sound. And there's other black metal albums on this list as well, which do different sounds, but this is one of my favourite sounds of a black metal album. And this one does it so well. These songs are amazingly beautiful, and also harsh and aggressive as well. The yin and yang factor with this one. Again, it's an epic album. It's an epic, atmospheric, raw, black metal album, and all those buzzwords mix it into a big pot. Swish, 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 you get this album, and it's fucking amazing. I found it on Black Metal Promotion, because they do so many good albums. Go check them out, go subscribe to them on YouTube, because so many amazing albums from this year I found on that channel. So go check that channel out, and this is one of them, one of the more recent ones, and even though I can't say the name of it, the album's fucking great. So give it a listen. Next up, we got black metal again, but this is different. This isn't raw, this isn't kind of atmospheric, but it's not in that raw Burzum kind of sound. This is Mesarthim, the classic Mesarthim. We've talked about them before, and the spacey black metal. Yeah, this is cosmic black metal with a dancey twist. Now, the name of this album is stupid, and I'm not going to pronounce it, so I'm going to pop it on the screen, because there's a bunch of numbers and a bunch of letters, so fuck that. But this is that kind of dancey, fun black metal. As soon as Mesarthim releases an album, it's going to be on this list. The Degenerate era from 2020 was amazing. This is not quite as good in my opinion, but I still love it. I still love it. Mesarthim can do no wrong. All their albums have been fantastic, and this is another one in a flawless discography. Mesarthim's fucking awesome. I love them, and this is fun, upbeat black metal. It's atmospheric, yeah, but it's also fun, upbeat, and you can dance around to it. So, yeah, catchy, fun, upbeat. I like it. We're going all the albums with like the weird titles today, aren't we? Dola, or D-O-L-A, however you say it, with Czasy? Yeah, sure. Weird art, weird name, weird music, but it is bleak and beautiful music. This is Blackened doom, and I love black metal, doom metal, my two favourite genres. Mix them together. Oh, it's a fucking beautiful, beautiful, beautiful concoction. And that's what this album is. It's got slow parts. The build up to songs are so just relaxing. The screams are in it, but it's not too overdone. It doesn't lean heavily one way or the other. It's a masterful piece of art, and every time I listen to it, I think, why isn't this higher? And maybe, you know, at the end of the year, this will actually rise into my top 10, because I keep listening to it over and over again. So really, it should be fucking a lot higher, but there's too many good albums this month, man. Too many good albums. It's here at the moment, but, you know, just like some of the other albums from last year, where I put them lower down on the list, they ended up being in my top 10. So it could happen with this. So go listen to it, even though it's here. Go listen to it, because I adore it. Blackened, it's so fucking good. Next up, for Tongs, Craven Idol. This is some crazy Blackened thrash. Yeah, we got some thrash in your ass now. I don't talk about thrash a lot. It needs something very special to pique my interest with thrash. And this bloody does it. This bloody does it. This is intense straight off the gate. You press play on this album, your teeth get kicked out. Straight away. You're just instantly just knocked straight out of the park. You're choking on your own teeth and blood and vomit and just like... That's what it feels like as soon as you press play on this album. Intense the entire way through. The guitar sound is amazing. The drums are insane. The vocals are amazing. Blackened thrash, just intensity. Pure intensity all the way throughout. And it's brutal. I fucking loved it. All the way through. If that sounds good as well. If you like grinding your face on a cheese grater, give this album a listen. Oh, At the Gates is here. The Nightmare of Being. The new At the Gates album is coming here. It took me a while to warm up to, I admit. First listen, I was like, what the fuck, this is too weird. It's a bit too, like, atmospheric-y, shoegazy, almost. When I was listening to it, it's like, this doesn't sound like any of the other albums, doesn't sound like even like, the more melodic stuff, like At the War with Reality and To Drink from the Night Itself, doesn't even sound like that. It has its own identity, kind of jazzy, kind of proggy. It's like the prog album, but just like good prog, takes time to develop. And after multiple listens, I really love this album now. It's one of the best not In Flames, one of the best At the Gates albums. It's probably one of the best In Flames albums as well. But yeah, it's coming here on this list quite high up because it's just an improvement on, you know, a lot of the things they've been doing, and they continue to improve and grow. It's kind of like Enslaved. You know, this is kind of like the melodic death metal version of Enslaved. They're getting more proggy, they're getting more clean singing and weird shit going on out there. Yeah, it's good. They're progressing nicely, so they're making it onto this list. Who wants some frogs? Froglord, a mystic toad is next. An album about some space toads invading Earth. This is insane. I loved it. This is Stoner Doom done right. The vocals kind of sound like a demon or a weird possessed frog. Like, growling. It's got growling. It's kind of Death Doomy, but with that fuzzy Stoner Doom guitar that you know and love. The riffs are catchy. If you liked Acid Mammoth from earlier this year, you'll love this one. The story's insane. Kind of feels like Devin Townsend. Like Ziltoid. Kind of seems like that kind of fucking thing. I've listened to the other album as well, which is amazing as well. So I think it's called Amphibians Descending. Stellar work. This album's fun. It's catchy. And it's just a good time. So it's coming high on this list because it's about fucking space frogs. Come on. The next three was really hard to rank. We have Nightcrown with Hädanfärd. Don't know if I've said that right, but this is one of the best black metal albums of the year. It's only number 3. This is, the production on this one is amazing. This is like melodic black metal. Now, don't take that as it's not heavy, because this is fucking heavy as well. It's intense, kind of like Craven Idol, but it's also melodic, and the guitar's amazing. Again, it punches you in the balls as soon as you press play on this album, but in a black metal sense, rather than a, thrash metal sense. I love it. I love it. It's insane. The choruses are amazing. The riffs are catchy. It's one of the most catchy black metal albums of the year. I keep playing it over and over. It pains me that this isn't number 1, but 2 of us stole the biscuit, so let's talk about them. The Barren Form by Noctambulist. Really thought this was going to be number 1? This is insane, dissonant, crazy, black and death. It absolutely insane for fans of Ulcerate, for fans of Ad Nauseam, Imperial Triumphant, anything like that, Gorguts, go give this one a listen. This Portal is probably another good comparison, actually. Portal's a good one. This sounds more like that than the rest. It's dense, it's thick, it never lets go. It's another intense album, but in a different way. It's more like you're being chloroformed and then just suffocated in a room, a dark room. There's no lights at all. That's this album. That is this album. There's no escape. There's no windows of light. There's no melody like in some of the other ones. This is just thick, dense, atmospheric dread punched through your fucking skull at 100 miles an hour. That's what this album is, and it delivers it oh so goddamn well. I loved it. Again, for fans of stuff like Ulcerate, it's like that, but more insane. So if that sounds good to you, go check this amazing album out. And the art as well is creepy as fuck. You know what you're getting yourself in for. It's a creepy, dark, dense album, and it delivers. So it comes to my number one. What is the tip of the top this month? Of course it's Black. I'm pretty sure so far this year, every single one of my end of the year list has been black metal. And this is no different, because we have Bizzarekult with the Overlevde. Make sure that's right. The Overlevde. The Overlevde. Don't know how to say it, but there's a cool moose. There's a cool blackened moose with like people on it or something on the album cover. And that's what drew me into this album. I was like, hey, that's a cool looking moose. I'm going to check this album out. Checked it out. This is insane. This is more like Nightcrown, but just, I don't know. I love the album, but this one, every song is just super unique. Like, super unique. Every song is so much different to the last song. There's even, like, women singing at some parts, and I'm just like, whoa, that's out of left field, but it fits so well with the music. Cool folky instrumentation at some parts, but it never lets up on the intensity either. Every song is amazing. Every song is a masterpiece. Every song is different to the last. It's never boring. All these songs are like, some of them are quite short, like 3 minutes long, and I'm not really a big fan of that. I like the long songs, more time to develop, but within 3 minutes or 4 minutes, they pack in so much goodness. It's insane. These guys ever do grindcore, it'd be the best grindcore album ever made. They pack in so much attention to detail within such a short amount of time for a song, so I gotta give them credit. I gotta put them here at number one. Catchy songs, creative as all hell, interesting, and the best. It's the best black metal album of this month and maybe of the year. So, you know, take that as you may. It is Bizzarekult, and that was my number one of this month. So what did you guys think? Do you agree with my list? Do you disagree? Pop your own down below, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.